opportunities for work through housing growth. So growth was the brainchild of this man, Ed Gorman, and our then president and CEO, I guess he was just CEO when we thought of it, John Taylor, who couldn't be here today, and I'm certain that he wanted to. And our board of directors decided, in our infinite wisdom, to bag their plate. We knew that there was a shortage and a need for affordable housing and affordable home ownership in cities like Birmingham. We know that home ownership is at a 50-year low. And so just to address that, we thought, well, why not NCRC take the lead? Why not NCRC take some of the risks associated with developing communities and developing housing? And so that was the genesis of growth. I am so happy to say, and Ed, you can correct me when we get up, with that growth fund is either quickly approaching or may have surpassed $100 million. $100 million for home ownership. Yeah, you can clap for that. Anyway, we're really happy, and I'm happy to be able to stand here on behalf of the NCRC and just welcome you this morning. I personally have had a very close and good relationship with the City of Birmingham. I'm sitting here, I can't help but look at Carol Clark, who was actually, I think she thought she was my boss. Our organization has always worked closely with the economic development area of the city, division of the city government, and so Carol was head of that. I see City Councilor Hilliard, who just walked up, and there may be some other city officials. But my next task is to present to you, because you cannot introduce the mayor to his to his audience, to the people here in Birmingham. So it is my pleasure to present to you a supporter of growth, a supporter of the BBRC, a supporter of mine, a supporter of this community, Mayor Randall Woodford. Mayor.
The best part about what Bob said is that I am a supporter of him, and that is very true, Bob. I'm grateful to you. I've gotten a chance to know you over these years, even prior to being mayor. Many folks don't know Bob and I were neighbors a while back. But his vision and heart and intentionality around community development in this city and economic development in this city is unmatched, and I'm grateful to you. Just want y'all to know, Bob is also very smart. You see, he's up here with shades on, and I don't have any. The only grace I have is the sun went somewhere. I don't know how long he's going to be gone, so let me hurry up. And let me start by saying good morning to everybody. I think everybody knows this. I definitely know Bob knows this. From day one, as an administration, we've said two words over and over: neighborhood revitalization, neighborhood revitalization, neighborhood revitalization. And the key to restoration in our city, the key to restoration in our communities, and the key to restoration in our 99 neighborhoods lies with those two words. Residents of all of our neighborhoods deserve a piece of that prosperity here in Birmingham. And that's why here in Bellevue Heights, Mr. President, I see, that's why we're here this morning. I'm very proud to announce that the City of Birmingham, along with the NCRC Housing Rehab Fund, have teamed up to build 200 single-family homes across development areas over the next 4 years in the City of Birmingham, with the $25 million commitment from NCRC. That work begins here in Bellevue Heights with the construction of new family development named Oak Hills. What was once a dilapidated area, condemned apartment community, will now be the site of 28 single-family detached homes. The project will be a mix of single-story as well as two-story homes consisting of 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. Weather and plans permitting, construction will begin this summer, with completion expected by the end of next year. But I think it's important to pause and say why this is such a vital development in our community. I believe it's a chance for new homes to bring potentially increased property values to the existing residents that live in Bellevue Heights, something that Mr. Gunn and Ms. Waits have been championing for years. I believe it's a chance for our Bellevue Heights residents to fulfill their dreams of becoming homeowners. something Mr. Gunn and Ms. Waits have been championing for years. And it's an opportunity to reverse the blight that for too long has been a sight here and gone untouched. Something that Mr. Gunn and Ms. Waits have been jumping up and down for years. And simply put, it's a fresh start for this cherished Birmingham that Mr. Gunn and Ms. Waits love so dearly and represent for years. Revitalization is more than just a place. I believe revitalization is also about people. This new Oak Hills development is the start of new opportunities, and it's our time to restore not just the look of our community, but the feel and the presence for our residents as well. And so before I take my seat, I have two more assignments. My first assignment is sincere thank yous. The first is to Mr. Gunn for his continued leadership in this community of Bellevue, the neighborhood of Belleview Heights. Mr. Rivers, the Vice President, who's not with us today, Madam Secretary, Ms. Waits, I see you. Kelvin Dasher is a member of my team who jumps up and down about community revitalization and leads the charge, along with Chris Hatcher, Corey Stallworth, and of course, Bob Dickerson and NCRC team led by Ed Corbin. Thank you. And my second assignment, which is my last, is to bring Mr. Gunn up for an audible to say a few words about Bellevue Heights. Thank you, everybody.
First of all, I'd just like to say good morning to all of my neighbors, friends, community, administrators, officials, and everyone. Truly, it's good to be here. It's good to be alive. And I'd just like to say I'm glad to see each and every one that is out. And I thank some of my neighbors for coming out, some of our officers. And I'm glad to see Miss Lewis come out and be with us today also. But thank you, Mr. Mayor, for that good introduction, all the kind words that you said. And truly, it's all true. That's something that we've been looking forward to for quite a while. We want to bring our neighborhood back up to what it should be. And one of the things that will do that is putting new rooftops within the neighborhoods and the communities. And we look forward to all the houses that's going up. We look forward to all the new neighbors moving in, buying up houses and starting a new residence. Come in and be a part of the neighborhood. It's one thing that would help eliminate blight, like the mayor said. And we just want to just continue on and go forward. As times go along, opportunity is enormous. All you got to do is just look, see whatever is out there. So there's a lot of opportunities today. And I'd just like to, again, thank the mayor and NCRC for this project. And we look forward to, just working with you and as it goes along, see to that it is completed. And on that, I'd just like to say thanks.
I told y'all I had two assignments. My bad. I had one more. And that is to introduce a certain person that made all of this happen and is responsible for leading the charge. Before I do that, there are two more acknowledgments. Later in this program, there'll be detail of our banking partners, but I do want to pause and acknowledge them. They'll be recognized by name a little later, so I do not want to steal that thunder. The other person is Jim Stanley, a lawyer for the City of Birmingham that made this project when it comes to the actual weeds and details and everything else you can name. So thank you, Jim. I see you. With that, everybody, there's a gentleman here who understands what public-private partnerships mean. He understands what community development means, and he gets it done. It doesn't happen without understanding how to lean on relationships and make deals successful. And that is Ed Gorman. Come on up here. Who's the lead of this project. So, Ed.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Great day. And the favorite thing I like to do at an event like this is take off my growth hat, put on my growth hard hat. Because we begin the work today. In fact, we began the work several months ago. But let me start out by thanking the right people first, and if I miss you, raise your hand or hit me later. First of all, thank you to the mayor. This vision was his, and it coincides with our vision. So that's the first part of a public-private partnership that works, is when two groups have the same vision and want to get the same thing done. But it doesn't happen without the team that he assembled. And so he's mentioned, but I'll mention him again, because really we've been meeting weekly for months to try to get to this day, and this is the beginning. So I'll mention them and make sure I get them. If I miss any, please tell me. Kelvin Datcher, where are you, Kelvin? Raise your hand, Kelvin. There he is. Kelvin Datcher. Huge Kelvin. Thank you, Kelvin. Chris Hatcher, where are you, Chris? Thank you, Chris. Corey Stallworth, where are you, Corey? There he is, in the back. Now I can't thank anybody. That is one surefire way of making a speech shorter. Jim Stanley. Thank you, Jim. And there's a gal, I don't know if she's here, Kim Sproul. Kim's not here, but please convey to Kim our thanks for all her hard work. It's terrific. Now, I get credit, but truthfully the credit belongs to my team. And leading that team is John Adams. Where are you, John? John is our Chief Operating Officer. And when I got John 2 years ago, I got a guy who really knows home building. With Ryan Homes, Ryland Homes for over 30 years. It was his own remodeling company. The guy knows construction. But he also knows development. Also, Dennis Harrell. Where are you, Dennis? In the back. Another great guy. The guy who taught me what the meaning of whorehouse mafia is. The mayor knows all about that, right?
She said no.
I'll tell you what, that's a great thing, too, because that community is incredibly tight-knit. I've got more great people through that connection, shall we say, than I probably any other. So I'm grateful to Morehouse for producing such fine folks. And then we haven't mentioned the banks. They're on the side, but let me call them out by name. And if you're with the bank, please raise your hand so I know you're here. Let me start with Iberia First Horizon. Where are you? And Regions, where are the folks from Regions? There's also Valley National. See the gentleman in the back? Thank you very much. And there are other banks that we're looking forward to participating soon. And you know who you are. And you know who we ask. But honestly, this doesn't happen without the banks. Bob Dickerson is fond of saying, as is our outgoing president and founder, John Taylor, that banks are our neighborhood's best friends when they are engaged. And they're engaged here. In fact, each of the banks that I mentioned said to us, make Birmingham a priority. So it was Bob and the banks saying, make Birmingham a priority, and we've done that. So, other bank, PNC, where's PNC? There you are. PNC was an early investor with us. They just bought out BBVA. BBVA was an investor with us, so thank you for your support and your investment. More good things to come with you. I would be remiss if I didn't mention, I got asked this in an interview just before this, isn't it important to have other development to go along with housing? And of course it is. The mayor has seen to that. And so one of the projects, I know he's working with another colleague of ours, Irv Henderson. It's called Ensley Rising. And so between Ensley Rising and growth, we hope to make some great change here in this community. So I would be remiss. And then let me also say, the work we get to do here is a blessing. To be able to see land that is unused, to turn it into, as the gentleman who, I'm sorry, Gunn said, putting roofs in this neighborhood is an unbelievable opportunity. Not only for the families who get to be homeowners, affordable home ownership, but for the community itself. It's a shot in the arm. Folks look at it and say, oh, things are happening there. Maybe we should invest too. And I've seen it all over the country, and I know it's going to happen here as well. So you'll see a lot more development coming because we're doing this today, and because of the mayor's work on the commercial side as well. So I just love being a part of that. I think you all do too, or you wouldn't be here. Finally, the mayor mentioned that we're going to be doing 200 homes. So next up for us is Woodlawn. We're going to be working in Woodlawn. And then we've got a lot of other places that the mayor has in mind that we're hoping to work with him to get done. So great day, great start. Glad to have the hard hat on because it means the real work is beginning. Thank you all very much.
All right, everybody, we got to get you out of this hot sun in a minute, but before we do that, we have one more speaker. And we have two elected officials here I want to acknowledge. One is Sonia Smith, that you all see here. She's the school board representative of Michigan. The other is a gentleman I want to come up now. His name is John Hilliard. He represents the City of Birmingham on the City Council as the chairman of economic development for the City of Birmingham. John and I have a lot of conversations, y'all, and a lot of the conversations are always at the intersection of where economic development and community development meets. And so I thought it was important as chairman of economic development, related to a lot of the conversations we have, to give a few words representing the Birmingham City Council. John?
First of all, I want to say thanks to our mayor, but I need your help this morning. And I think when I approached him earlier this morning, Calvin Datcher came over and he said something to me. And I want us to all repeat it together. This is a big deal. Ready? Go. This is a big deal. I want you to be able to feel that, to know that putting new rooftops in our community is one of the most important things we can possibly do. To the NCRC, I want to say to you, thank you for choosing Birmingham. To Bob Dickerson, Bob, I remember when I first came to the council and you spoke to us about the NCRC. I didn't know anything about it. You said, come go with me to Washington, D.C. to our national convention, where I found out that Bob Dickerson is a big deal. He is a big deal to our city and to our state. And you know, a lot of times, you know, you're not as nationally known in your own hometown. But this is a national figure that sits here in our city to have helped us bring such a big deal. So I say to each and every one of you, yes, I am so proud to look up and see the word Ensley, to know that this is a part of a district that adjacents me. I'm happy about what's happening in the downtown area. I'm excited because I'm going to project this into the future when NCRC is helping me build homes in the Pratt City area, the North Birmingham area, around all that land around One Pratt Park. I envision, can't you see it? Say this is a big deal. All right. You know, I want to wake you up this morning because I want you to know that Birmingham is on the move. I said this to the mayor when he first got elected. I said, I want us to make a difference in our city. I want us to just not talk about it. I want us to make it happen. And our neighborhood officers, they said, we need new rooftops so that we can get new grocery stores, get new opportunity. Now you have new rooftops, you have grocery stores, you have everything that you have talked about that is in the works of making it happen. But we need you to go out and tell people that this is a big deal. I'm Councilman John Hilliard, District 9.
Oh, no.
I love you and thank you so much.
Oh, he always.
You're not woke yet. I don't know what you're missing. And I'm glad I don't have to come out to him. So I'll turn it over to you.
Well, everybody, this is a
Big deal.
So thank you so much for participating with us today. We want to thank everybody who took time out of their day to come spend it with us. This has been phenomenal, and it is a big deal. So right now, we will have our groundbreaking. So I'm going to usher in our shovels, and then we're going to go over here and break ground on the dirt.